You can't do this for a month and you still have a little tiny belly and you say, oh, it's not working, I'm gonna go cut. That bro-yo dieting, you bulk a bit, then you're scared, the ab anxiety flares up, then you cut. That's how to make no progress. Chest up, shoulders back. Welcome to Revival Fitness, everybody, your home for gains and brains. And today we're going to remake one of the first videos I ever posted on this channel. How to fix the dreaded skinny fat problem. So if you guys are true OGs here, I'm talking like 200-300 subscriber OGs here, you might have recognized this thumbnail, because I essentially just remade it. But the original video was kind of lackluster, editing was much worse than it is now, so we're just going to remake it because a viewer asked us a question about this exact topic. So I decided to give him a full answer, and an answer I think a lot of you are going to resonate with. But we can see the question here from Happy Walrus. He says, what about skinny fat? I'm one of those people, been training 5 years now, my physique looks the same, maybe a little bit of muscle in the arms, spinning my wheels since then. What about calories for skinny fat people? Do you still need 3,000 calories to grow, or would it be just a way to get fat? And then I asked him, what's your current height and weight? He says 5'11", 155. So based on those numbers alone, it's pretty obvious he is closer to skinny than fat. And that's where we're going to start here. Because skinny fat, the first word in that phrase is skinny. A lot of people, when they're skinny fat, right, they have a little bit of belly fat, which that's a lot of the time what skinny fat really translates to. It's people who hold a lot of their body fat in their love handles, their stomach, and their overall midsection. And I fit into this category as well. So this is the original photo in the thumbnail. This was taken when I was a year into lifting. And you can see in this photo here, right, I have a tiny bit of arm definition. You know, I have shoulders somewhat that are visible, a little tricep, a little bit of chest muscle, you can kind of see my traps too. But all in all, I'm not big. In this photo, I don't have my exact weight, but I think I was pretty similar to what this guy commented. I think I was like 155, 160. You, my man, are a twig. You're very skinny. Again, I know you probably hold a lot of fat in your belly area, so you think you're fat, but you're really just lean without any serious muscle mass, and your body composition has not changed enough to burn belly fat by doing nothing. So you know a lot of times in debates you'll hear this question, what came first, the chicken or the egg? In terms of skinny fat lifters, the question is, what came first, the pot belly or the tiny muscles? And literally speaking, even as an infant, the belly fat came first. And this is why cutting for somebody who is skinny fat like this is not the approach you want to take. When you cut as a skinny fat lifter, it's like robbing a gas station. There's nothing worth taking. And it's not like you even earned anything you stole. And here's where you have to be aware. I made the recent video, guys, how the fitness industry made body dysmorphia normal. In that video, I said that social media natural now is 500 mgs of test and Anavar. I mean that literally. So you'll search this video, right, how to fix skinny fat, there's gonna be a ton of results, and there's always gonna be some fake natty guy with, you know, big muscles and abs saying, oh, you can just cut when you're skinny fat, or, you know, the Greg Doucette route, you can main gain when you're skinny fat, and you're gonna build all this muscle and get ripped at the same time.
Nope. You
barely have muscle to begin with. I've talked about this recently too, guys. If you wanna build muscle as a naturally slim guy, you have to eat a lot of food. Now, I understand your concern if you're skinny fat, because you're like, oh my god, but I have this little belly, I'm gonna get all fat, I'm just gonna blow up like a balloon. If you train correctly, no you will not. So this guy says in his comment he's been training for 5 years, and he's 5'11", 155. No offense to you, brother, but your training absolutely sucks. You've been training 5 years and you've probably gained, what, 3 to 5 total pounds of muscle mass? That is unacceptable. I don't know what your numbers are on the major compound lifts. I would bet they're terrible. I'm not being mean to you, but I can tell you from my own experience, I used to be in your spot. So I can't say this for sure, man, but I would make these guesses based on your comment. You probably do a lot of isolation movements. You probably have a fear of carbs because you think you're fat. You probably play hopscotch on all the machines in the gym. You have a bunch of volume. You probably avoid the compound lifts, or like I said, you do them with improper form. What you told me, the little amount of muscle you've gained in 5 years, something is very, very off with your training and more than likely your diet. And this is what's going to bring us into what you need to do. But before I tell you exactly how to do that, ladies and gentlemen, it's the algorithm. You already have a tiny belly, but it's a tiny belly. That simply means you hold a good amount of body fat in your midsection, and you probably have relatively weak abdominal muscles that are going to have a hard time showing through. So how do you improve that? You build muscle. You get better at squats, at deadlifts, at bench presses, at overhead presses, at rows, at pull-ups, maybe some incline bench, maybe a split squat or a lunge. All those basic foundational movements, you need to master them with good range of motion and good form, and you need to add weight to them considerably. The reason you're still skinny fat without visible or defined abs at that weight and that height is because you do not have any muscle mass on your body. You need to develop your chest, your arms, your core, your shoulders, your back, your legs, I mean really everything. But by doing so, that is going to not only give you the defined abdominal muscles, they're going to come in more full. The other thing, you're going to raise your baseline metabolism. This is why you need to build muscle, because it takes energy, e.g. calories, for your body to maintain muscle tissue once you build it. So the question now is, how do we reliably build muscle for months and even years while keeping the body fat to a minimum? This is done through lean bulking, not maingaining, lean bulking. You need to eat a little bit over your maintenance calories, because evidently you're eating how you're eating now, you look how you look, you're training how you're training. Those variables need altered in some capacity. Now, how we're going to do this is slow and steady. I'm going to tell you to increase your current calories by about 200. That's going to be enough to spur muscle growth and kind of keep your body fueled without letting the midsection spill over a bit. And understand this too, if you do finally start training well, because you don't know your strength potential, you literally have no idea how strong you could be because your training's been so bad, you might get relatively strong and build muscle relatively quickly once you figure out what you're doing. So if 200 calories is going okay, but then you kind of plateau with your strength and muscle, increase another 200. That's going to be your general number in your head. So start by up 200 now. Do that for probably 3 to 4 months, maybe up to 6 months. If you notice you're plateauing again, your muscle's slowing down a bit, your strength isn't going up reliably, increase 200 calories again. This might come as a shock to you, and I know you might mentally not be able to accept this yet, but you are going to have a thinner waistline and more defined abs at 165 or 175 than you do now at 155. So for reference here, let's look at the thumbnail again. Look at these two photos of me. On the picture on the left, you can see I'm a bit higher body fat, but my waist, right, the waist itself, my pelvic structure, my waist did not get smaller, guys. This is why people say bodybuilding is an illusion. The right side, I have bigger pecs, bigger shoulders, bigger traps, bigger biceps, bigger triceps, bigger forearms, more defined abs. You see what I'm saying here? I was able to create the illusion of a smaller waist by adding all of that muscle on my upper body. And also my metabolism increased considerably because I added so much muscle to my frame in that time. So on the photo on the right here, I was actually eating more calories. I'm not sure the exact number, but at least 500 to 1,000 more than I was on the photo on the left. The photo on the left, I was still very much in the total newbie mindset, like 3 square meals a day. I don't want to eat too much because I'm going to get fat, right? I was eating more when I had more defined abs. That's the difference metabolism and muscle mass makes. Now, I don't know your exact age or your other lifestyle factors, but based on a quick calculation I did here, 3,000 is probably going to be a good range for you. Again, because I was eating 3,000 before I hit my maintenance point back then, and I would gain muscle at 3,000 calories. I've built so much muscle and strength since then, my new maintenance point is around 3,600. I'm currently eating 4,000 plus in a bulk. But you see what I mean, right? The more your weight increases with muscle, not with fat, the more your resting metabolism, your basal metabolic rate is going to increase as well. So do not be scared of calories. I know you watch all these videos on here, all these guys with shredded abs and Greg Doucette out here screaming at you on the camera, you're gonna get obese and you're gonna lose the abs. Once you build appreciable muscle on your frame, it's probably gonna take half a year to a year at minimum to really see noticeable change. But once you put that muscle on your body, man, your waist is going to appear smaller, your muscles are going to be more defined, your abs are going to be more defined, and your maintenance calories are going to go up. Your metabolism's going to go up. So all of those factors combining, you are going to look much better at the end of that than you currently do now. but you have to see the process through. You can't do this for a month and you still have a little tiny belly and you say, oh, it's not working, I'm gonna go cut. That bro-yo dieting, you bulk a bit, then you're scared, the ab anxiety flares up, then you cut. That's how to make no progress. Like you said in your own words, spinning your wheels. You need to see this through. You might not have shredded abs this summer. You might not even have them by October or Thanksgiving of this year, but you still can get them. You have to be patient. So that is my advice to you, and this is the advice I used myself, and it's also advice I give to clients on how to fix the skinny fat problem. Polish up your form, fix your exercise selection, check my training playlist in the top corner for more tips on how to do that. That's step one for you. Fix up your training, get your form down, get your volume adjusted. From there, fix your calories, then go to the gym over and over and apply what I just said for 6 months to a year. By the end of that time frame, you're going to be surprised how good you look. But this has been it, guys. Thank you for watching. Share your skinny fat experiences in the comments down below. Like, subscribe, and I will catch you next time.